Hi, this is Derek with MostInterestingLife.com. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video, so I figured that this would be a good chance to do one on perspective. And I've been busy traveling, doing a lot of different business ventures, networking, meeting a lot of different great people, all of which I hope to make more videos about in the future. But I came back from a recent vacation and I felt a little more energized, a little more motivated. I remembered I haven't made a video here in a while. I had a lot of people asking me when I'm going to make another video, another post. So here I am today talking about perspective. Now, perspective is something that's easily lost, and we might think that we have the same perspective that we need to stay motivated. We know that, yes, you work hard, you focus on your goals, we have goals that we want to accomplish. We know all these things on the surface in our mind. It's common sense. Yeah, of course, I would like to make more money. I would like to be healthier. I would like to have more interesting things happening in my life with more interesting people that I get along with. That's the whole point of the site and channel that I have. And we think that we're on track mentally, or even if we're not on track, we think that we have the right perspective. But I've realized that there's different types of perspectives. There is a surface perspective, and then there's a deeper perspective. The surface perspective is probably what most people have, where they think, again, I would like to have more money, I would like to have a nicer car, I would like to travel, all this. But they don't really feel it. They don't really believe it. They don't really internalize it enough to take action and to make these things happen. And they might even think that they're doing everything that they can to make these things happen, but they're not really searching deeply and taking whatever actions they possibly can and really going for it. This might seem like a subtle difference, but one type of perspective keeps you where you are, and the other type drives you no matter what to do things to get to where you want to be. One type, the surface type, it's an illusion. It keeps you walking on a treadmill, not even running, because you're not even putting off the effort you can. It keeps you walking on a treadmill, where the other one just forces you to leap off the treadmill, run around like a maniac in order to make what you want to have happen. And one part that I realize with this is, and often when I travel, is when I'm stuck in the former type, the surface perspective and motivation, I almost don't even want to travel when I take a trip. I could be traveling somewhere fun and exciting. Another thing I did this summer is I went to Eastern Europe for a while. I was in Hungary, Budapest, Bulgaria. That's part of the busyness why I haven't been making videos here. And more recently, Costa Rica. I found a lot of times right before I'm about to take a trip and go to a really cool place that I almost don't feel like going for some reason. I have this weird feeling of laziness, of dread. And I've realized that that's connecting to the other type of perspective, the surface type, where I see myself and I know that I love to travel. I know I love new experiences. I know I have a great time, but I'm being stuck to something for some reason. There's this weird laziness that looks to hold me back. But once I'm in these other countries, and especially when I get back and I look back on the experience I had, I have the deeper level of perspective where I realize that the day-to-day life that almost anyone gets used to, running errands, waking up in the morning, doing whatever work you used to doing, just eating the same foods, talking to people, even if you're reading books and you're getting new ideas in your mind, it's like it doesn't really affect you on the deeper level. It just seems like it does. It's like you're watching the same TV show with just slightly different scenarios every single time. But yeah, so I noticed that I often feel dread right before one of these trips. And I realized that even though I know that I love traveling and I love having new experiences, I love having successes in life, I forget on a deep level just how much I do love these things. And it seems weird because I know I love traveling. Most people know they do, but there's something that holds them back, and it's a loss of perspective. And it's the type of thing that you usually only realize through deep experience. I only realized how much I love traveling when I'm actually doing it, and when I still have the glow of doing it afterwards. It's very easy for people to forget just how much they enjoy things, and how much driven that they should be to achieve more things in life. And it's very weird just how on the surface mental aspect you could remember something, but deeply a large part of you does not believe it. And it takes actual massive amounts of action, it takes massive amounts of experience in order to awaken this part of yourself. A lot of this may seem esoteric, but I believe that it's how our brains are wired. I mean, humans are naturally on average wired to be pretty lazy animals. We're programmed in order to conserve calories, to not take risks in order to survive. Taking risks for our ancestors could have meant death. Burning unnecessary calories would have meant starvation. So this is a deep part of us. So it often takes a lot. And humans, they operate on a lot of different layers, consciously, subconsciously. Our bodies almost have a mind of our own. The heart tissues have been shown to have certain neurological abilities like a brain. So there are many different ways that we think that we don't realize that we're thinking. Our biochemistry affects everything too. So just our surface thoughts are just one aspect of it. And there are other ways that we're able to feel things and to interpret them. So that is a really big difference between experiencing something, being somewhere, and just the thought of things on the surface that we have. Like, yes, I would like to make more money. Yes, I would like to be more successful. Yes, I would like better quality people in my life. Yes, I would like to travel more. It's all these things. We know these things, but we don't really know them on every level of our being. So the whole point of this video is that it is important to realize where your perspective is. And it might not seem like you're stuck in the ways that you're stuck. I mean, as far as where you are in life, yeah, you might know that you're stuck from the aspect of you're not where you want to be financially, physically, with relationships, whatever. You might know that, but you might think that you are in the right headspace, but you really don't have that deep level of perspective, that deep level of drive, because you're not connected with your goals in the right way. It's not real to your body. It's not real to your heart. It's not real to just your whole biochemistry. It's not real on such a deep level. And it's very hard to realize this. And this is probably the biggest lesson that I had and was reminded of upon coming back from my recent trip. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say with this video. I know the lighting's a little bit darker in here. This is the first video I made in a while. I'm actually getting a new phone and a new camera soon, so if I'm making more of these videos, they should be even a higher quality than the excellent quality I've had already. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, go to my site, www.mostinterestinglife.com. And until next time, stay interesting.